Video game consoles have been providing households with countless hours of entertainment since the 1970s. Nowadays, we only have the big three to choose between, but back in the day, companies like Atari and SEGA were also in the console making business. It's no shocker that some consoles were better than others, whether it was from a technical standpoint or simply because of an outstanding library. So with that said, we've chosen 5 consoles that were our absolute favorite. Microsoft did a fantastic job with the Xbox 360 for multiple reasons. For one, they got a whole year head start when it came to next generation gaming. But even after Sony's PS3, the Xbox 360 reigned supreme due to multi-platform games performing better on it. It also helped pioneer the achievement system and further bolstered the online gaming community with Xbox Live. Sega does what Nintendo don't wasn't only a silly slogan, but was the start of a fantastic war between Nintendo and Sega. Sega pulled out all the stops for the Sega Genesis with the introduction of a mascot rivaling Mario with Sonic the Hedgehog, and continued with its amazing sequels. It also introduced the ability to slot cartridges on top of one another for a completely new experience with Sonic and Knuckles. Even though Sega is no longer part of the console making business, it's an achievement to own 2 spots in this list. The Dreamcast was a machine way ahead of its time. Whether you're talking about the controller and its VMU memory card with the built-in screen on it, the built-in 56K modem, its stellar graphical capabilities, or the wonderful library consisting of wacky titles like Jet Grind Radio, Shenmue, Choo Choo Rocket, Seaman, and Sonic Adventure, there's no doubt that the console made a big impact. While the NES did help save the industry after the video game crash of 1983, and it also introduced a slew of fantastic franchises like Super Mario, Metroid, and The Legend of Zelda, the Super Nintendo took everything great about the NES and brought it into the 16-bit era. With better graphics and an even better controller, gamers got a system that outclassed its predecessor in every way. Now we had Super Mario World, Super Metroid, and The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, each title introducing new mechanics that would become mainstays for the franchise. And that's just the tip of the iceberg as far as the software goes. The Super NES was an outright haven for fantastic platformers and RPGs. If the Super NES took what's great about the NES and brought it into the next generation, then the same can be said for the transition from PS1 to PS2. It was one of the highest selling consoles of all time, and for good reason. It gave us titles like Grand Theft Auto 3 and the next chapter in the Final Fantasy series, Final Fantasy X, which really brought both series into the next generation with technical marvels not possible on the previous console generation. And that's just a small sampling of what is probably one of the best gaming libraries for a console. If you still own a PS2, chances are you can still boot up a wealth of its titles and still be just as engaged as with anything from the current generation. Did your favorite console make the list? Is our list drastically different from yours? Let us know how your favorite consoles rank in the comments below.